our Torah, so we say another Kaddish.
Well, there's a restroom over here. There's another restroom here.
Yeah.
Shelly's here.
We're 11 shopping days away from a very special yontiv, a festival holiday, Pesach. And there's a remarkable statement at the opening of the Seder called Dichvin Yeshiv Yecho. Whoever is hungry, whoever is lacking sustenance, nutrition, food, Dichvin, he's hungry, Yeshiv Yecho, he invited a very special, typical remark describing what a Jew is all about. A Jew is there always with an open home, an open heart, an open house. That's and the spiritual sense, it certainly applies. Particularly here in our neighborhood in Sullivan County, where there are so many that are spiritually starved, or they were unfortunately they were robbed of their heritage, and of this medrash like us in White Lake, we open up our doors for Kol Dichvin for everyone that's hungry. Special note of thanks to everybody who took the effort to come here to help us with our minyan. A yartzeit is something very special. It's in the words of one of our great sages, Reb Sadia Goin, he says, those that have left us, our dear ones that left us, and we miss them so very much. So when the day when they'll be brought back to life again, Tchias HaMesim, all those that left us will be brought back to life again, will witness the greatest comfort that the Bria creation ever witnessed, to be able to be reunited with all of our dear ones and our loved ones. In the Haggadah, we review and we retell what took place in Egypt many years ago, when we were enslaved and we were redeemed. We left Egypt. And it's one of the 613 commandments to retell, to retell what took place in Egypt many, many years ago. The commentaries question, every one of the 613 commandments is always preceded with a blessing, a bracha. In the morning you put on tefillin, you make a bracha on the tefillin, you eat matzah on Pesach, you make a bracha on the matzahs. You all of the mitzvahs, you put a mezuzah on the door, you make a bracha on the mezuzah. All of this, each one is preceded with a bracha. Why didn't our sages institute a blessing, a bracha, on retelling the hardship and the punishment, the slavery, what our ancestors endured in Mitzrayim? So they say that actually it's included in the Haggadah itself. When we open up the Haggadah, the first of the simple Haggadah is Kaddish, Ruchatz, Karpas. You make Kiddush. When you make Kiddush, in the Kiddush, you mention about Sibri, Mitzrayim, and also you also Shechionu. So both are taken care of. That's a blessing, a bracha on the mitzvah of Sibri of the time that took place in Egypt. Our faith, Animan Bebuna Shlema. Our faith is based on two great incidents in world history. One is that an Iron Curtain, Egypt, which was an Iron Curtain 600 600,000 strong were able to exit from Egypt. It had an iron curtain, nobody could escape from Egypt. It was an iron curtain, gated. And 600,000 strong were able to leave Egypt, and nobody touched, not a hand was laid on them. That's one of the basic pieces of faith, that there is an almighty banishment on the world, and only He could have accomplished this, to take out of His children 600,000. The other precept upon which our faith is based, our Munvetong, we believe that Iman Mamun Shlem, there's a Bani Shlem, is Brias Oilam, is the creation of the world, that the Almighty created the world. In 6 days, in 6 days of creation, He took from a Yesh Me'ai, He took from nothing, soil, Mavoyo, there was nothing, and from that He created everything that we see today, but we have in front of our eyes. We say, there's a verse in the Torah that Ish imay v'yol v'shapsei satishmaru. Ish ol v'mitro. A person has to fear, in other words, respect parents. V'shapsei satishmaru, and they have to observe Shabbos. Our sages, from this, they deduct that even though these are two mitzvahs, a mitzvah of respecting parents, kibbud avim, a mitzvah also of observing the Sabbath, observing Shabbos. So, even though you have your parents and you have to pay respect to them, honor them, and if your parent commands you, he demands of you that you do some labor, whatever it is, it desecrates the Shabbos. So the Torah tells us, fear Him, respect Him, your parents, but yet, Shabbos Tishmaru, that far not, that you should desecrate Shabbos. Somewhat in jest or in truth, also somewhat, here there's also another meaning as well. There's that the reason we have to respect parents is reverse also. If we believe, why do we observe Shabbos? We observe Shabbos because we believe the Almighty created the world in 6 days, and on the 7th day He rested. So we're emulating that example of working 6 days, and on the 7th day we rest. So this we're making a statement. We believe there's an Almighty on the world. He created it because we're doing what He did. He works only 6 days. We only work 6 days also. Some people work. If we'll go along with the Darwin theory of evolution, so we don't say that the Almighty created the world. We say it's a process of evolution. There was from nothing became one. It graduated to something, a higher form of living, to a higher form of living, until when it came to man, from a monkey became a human being. So the theory of evolution, which denies that there is a Rabbi Fishbain, Almighty created the world, so we are a higher form of living than those that we were evolved from. And the closer we were to the very beginning of creation, the lower form of living we are from the full human being. So by the same token, we shouldn't respect our parents. Our parents respect us. Our parents were one generation closer to monkeys. Their parents were even closer yet to monkeys. So we were getting further away from the monkey. So we're more intellectually more accomplished. Intellectually we have our fiber, everything that we have, all of our intelligence is of a higher element than our parents were. So why should we respect our parents? Why should we respect them? But if we believe that the Almighty created the world, and the closer we are to creation, and our intellectual perfection we attained at the stand of Mount Sinai. At that time, the intellect of a human being was such that his retentive powers, his intellect was almost perfect. And the further we came away from the stand of Mount Sinai, the further we came away from creation, the further we are from that type of human being, that intellect. So ben Yichad Birot B'chayev L'achar Moshe. When we come to say Kaddish for a parent that we lost, this is also a form of respect. One of the commandments of respecting a parent by saying Kaddish for them. So I want to thank each and every one that came here today, and everybody's parents are very special. Everybody's parents. So thank you very much for coming here. And in conclusion, I lost my father. I was 9 years old. He left this world. He was 36 years old. In his 36 years old, he and my mother, they founded either the second, third, or first day school yeshiva Tana in America. Very, very first. In his 36 years that he was here. And he left my mother, unfortunate widow, 10 days before Pesach. You can imagine, 10 days before Pesach. He was ill for some time before that. And my mother, with her 7 children, she didn't have the time, not the energy, to get a house ready for Pesach. It became Pesach, everybody prepares for Pesach. They're busy, they were expecting children, grandchildren, or they're going to their children, everybody's busy. Pesach, family, the family ties, family, mishpacha. Pesach is a very special family, a real family holiday. There's not a family yontif like Pesach. So my mother had to pack us up, all 7 of us. My baby sister was born a month after he passed away. And if I live 500 years, I'll never forget the picture. She was standing in front of a car, saying goodbye to her father, my grandfather. As she was preparing to leave, go somewhere by strangers, good friends, strangers for Pesach. Like I mentioned in the beginning, besides you're going to look forward to the day of resurrection of Tchias HaMesim, when all of us will be reunited with all of our loved ones. May Amen. Thank you. Amen. Shama Lo.